Welcome to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master from Albany, New York. It's the MVP Arena. I'm Scott Jordan. This is Arena Championship Series East, top line by the series points leader Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. The first of three events here this weekend. Racing is up first. Jurassic Attack, Megalodon, Zombie, Toro Loco, Stone Crusher, Gravedigger, Scooby-Doo, and Earthshaker in round one. Let's get to the track. This is Dalton Widner in Jurassic Attack, repping Team Throttle Monster, up against Albany, Georgia's Bernard Light in Megalodon, and we are off and running here at the MVP Arena, and Megalodon going over this dirt here in upstate New York. Very tacky, very slick, and Dalton Widner takes advantage of the rare mistake from Bernard Light, and he will advance. Up next, Chad Tingler representing Zombie Nation, and he will go head-to-head with Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. We'll see if Armando handles that lane a little better, and he goes around the corner. Brake check, has to hit it quite a bit. Zombie with the slight advantage, and here we go into the final stretch, and Zombie making it interesting, but it is El Toro Loco taking the win. Armando Castro advances to the semifinals. Next up, Frank Krimmel and Stone Crusher, the longtime Monster Jam veteran. He goes up against the series points leader, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. A little late stage there for Gravedigger, now at the line, and here we go. The reigning Rookie of the Year around the turn box, and he hits the pod, and Frank Krimmel now trying to catch up. Final stretch we go, and Gravedigger taking the win, and Weston Anderson will advance to the next round. Next up, Hunter Souza, an Earthshaker second generation driver in his rookie season. He draws Linsey in Scooby-Doo, the 2019 World Finals Freestyle champion. And here we go in this matchup. Linsey trying to get a racing win. Hunter Souza, a great racer out of Widner, California. Final stretch here for these two amazing superstars. Linsey trying to make it interesting, but it is Hunter Souza taking the win. A little bit of an upset there for Hunter Souza. Take a look at the semifinal bracket. Jurassic Attack, El Toro Loco, Gravedigger up against Earthshaker. The winners will advance to the final round here in Albany. Out of Widner, California, Armando Castro, 2019 World Final Speedster Racing Champion, up against Dalton Widner in Jurassic Attack. He's had a phenomenal season so far as well. And here we go, semifinal round has begun. That turn box on that side of the track crushed into oblivion, but it is still there. Armando trying to be technical, and that's not gonna get it done. It is Dalton Widner using speed to advance in Jurassic Attack. Weston Anderson, the 2022 Monster Jam Co-Rookie of the Year, up against a rookie here this season, Hunter Souza in Earthshaker. Dalton Widner awaiting on top of that pod. Hunter Souza around the turning box, and it is Gravedigger with the advantage into the final corner. Look at the turn from Gravedigger, and that will get it done. A pinpoint precision turn. Weston Anderson moving on. Final matchup is set. Dalton Widner, Jurassic Attack, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. A battle of two racing heavyweights here in Albany, New York. First competition of the night. Winner gets 8 points and takes the driver's seat in pursuit of the overall event championship. Lining up on the far side of the track, Dalton Widner in Jurassic Attack. On the near side, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Here we go. One will get the win, one will take the pod, and the victory. Halfway through, we are dead even. And now final corner. What a finish, and it is Dalton Widner by about an inch of that BKT tire taking the win in Jurassic Attack. What a final race here in Albany to start the night, and Dalton Widner a well-deserved racing win, and he will get the first 8 points of the event as Jurassic Attack stands tall in the winner's circle at the MVP Arena. Dalton Widner with 8 points, Weston with 7, Hunter Souza, Armando Castro with 4, the rest of the field with 2, 1 down and 3 to go in Albany. We got a lot more on the way, so stay right where you are. Up next at the MVP Arena, it's the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge when Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master, returns. Welcome back to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. This is Arena Championship Series East at the MVP Arena in Albany, New York. It's time for the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. Each driver gets 2 attempts at their best maneuver on 2 wheels. The fans here in attendance are judging based on creativity, skill, and execution. And Hunter Souza in Earthshaker putting on an absolute clinic with a nose wheelie moonwalk up on top of the pod, 6.302. Next up, Linsey in Scooby-Doo. She goes for a sky wheelie on the far side of the pod. Nice air, goes back again on the cross side this time, trying to get a little cross-running action going, 7.724. Next up, Bernard Light in Megalodon, the 2022 Monster Jam Entertainer of the Year. Slowly rolling that shark up on top of the pod, going for the reverse stop. He grabs it right there on the edge of the BKT tires, wheelies it all the way across, and then a nice bounce to get across that pod. Attempt number 2 here for Bernard Light. Huge sky wheelie from Megalodon, pogo bounce, and 2 successful attempts for the wily veteran. 8.018 is the score for Bernard Light. Dalton Widner, Jurassic Attack off a big racing win, comes off the pod into a nose wheelie. Slow edges it all the way across that far side of the track and then into a stoppie. Now he's gonna crab walk this thing, toggling the rear steer switch, showing off the expertise and the skill inside the cabin. Jurassic Attack moonwalk right across the pod, hits it back, trying for a reverse popper and lands the truck, and then now hits the popper on the far side and into a nose wheelie. Great combo move here from Dalton Widner. Again, try to show off here, hitting that toggle switch, crab walking this truck, moonwalk, nose wheelie, combo central all the way across. He's got 20 seconds to land this thing, and now he sets it back down. 9.242 in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. A great night so far for Dalton Widner in Jurassic Attack. And Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, one of the best in the business in this competition, comes right across the pod, taking a different approach, going across the near side into a nose wheelie, moonwalks it right back, right to the edge of the pod, and now he's gonna go back again. Instead of going up, he takes it all the way back out, trying to build some momentum. If he can moonwalk this thing back up, he will show it off. Right now, just edging that truck, the 12,000-pound Gravedigger truck, back and forth on an absolute rail. And now again, second attempt coming down the side of the pod. Again into that stoppy moonwalk combo right away. This time, he will try to take it all the way up right into the lip, and he has to turn it, gets a great angle back across the center and down the pod. 9.358 for Weston Anderson. That gets the win in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. After 2, we're tied at the top of the leaderboard. Weston Anderson, Dalton Widner with 15. And it is Hunter Souza, Bernard Light with 8, Linsey Reed, Armando Castro with 7, Chad Tingler with 4, and Frank Krimmel with 3. We are 2 down and 2 to go. Up next is the donut competition. Stay right where you are. More Arena in 30 powered by Spin Master is on the way. Welcome back to Arena in 30 powered by Spin Master. It's Arena Championship Series East at the MVP Arena in Albany, New York. Our third competition was the donut competition. Of course, fans in attendance once again judging based on the number of revolutions and the skill and execution of our drivers. Armando Castro in El Toro Loco laying one down, clips the pod, not gonna stop him. Got the smoke coming out of the nose. 8.732 for the Crazy Bull. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. I know I say this a lot, but shades of his dad, Dennis Anderson, who is the absolute best in the history of Monster Jam at donuts. Laying one down, turning that truck all the way to the right, and get about 5 revolutions, 9.085. And finally, Dalton Widner in Jurassic Attack, still having an incredible night. Consistency is the key. He would lay one down here, gets a nice groove going, roosting that dirt at the MVP Arena, and then just absolutely sets it into a cyclone breakdance ending and lands at 9.681. And Dalton Widner with his second competition win. After 3, Dalton Widner has a lead, 23 points. Weston Anderson with 22. Armando Castro, Hunter Souza with 13. So Freestyle gonna come down to the wire here with 1 point separating the top 2. And we are 3 in the books here in Albany. And our final competition is Freestyle. Each driver gets 75 seconds to turn in their best freestyle performance. Of course, they have to hit the first 15 seconds to qualify for a score. And up first, it is Chad Tingler in Zombie. Got to use all sides of that 6-side pod. You see him coming over the single log right there, trying to get Zombie Nation involved in this competition. Trying to push it now. You see the flames coming underneath that zombie truck. And now going for a sky wheel. He runs into a little bit of a problem at the top of that pod. Can't get the momentum. And now he tries again. This time he's got a little more air. Chad Tingler running for Monster Trucks Unlimited, the team owned by Steve Sims out of Virginia Beach, a longtime veteran driver, 10 years behind the wheel of Gravedigger, and Chad Tingler now proudly waving the flag of Zombie Nation with Barton Musauer. Nice angle there, comes back a little cross-threading across the ramp, going for those sky wheelies again. This dirt here in Albany, a little rough. It's starting to mount up on that pod, making it a little more difficult, and that'll do it for Zombie. Take a look at the original super glue, glued to the action replay. Nice sky wheelie off the log, 7.012 for Chad. Next up out of Nair, California, Hunter Souza and Earthshaker right up over the single log. He's had a great rookie season so far, trying to win the Rookie of the Year award. Comes back on the near side track, goes into a wheelie combo down across the ramp. Riding for Team Throttle Monster out of Utah, a great addition for this young man. Second generation driver. His dad Jeff is filled in on Stadium Championship Series Red. And now Hunter firing on all cylinders over the single log, gets a nice wheelie across the pod. You want to see some technical moves here in these arenas. This small track, you have 6 obstacles on that pod. You got to make the best of it. There is an 8-pack buried into that, but it looks like that ramp just has been annihilated. And here's a technical move. Gets right up over it gingerly on the back two, sets it on the wheelie bar, and now showing off. How is he going to land this thing? He's either got to go hit it in first or second, and he's going to try to set it down again into a wheelie combo. A great move for Hunter Souza. That's going to do it. Take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay. Right into that wheelie combo across the pod. 8.246 is the score. So Earthshaker now takes the lead in freestyle. Here comes Frank Krimmel and Stone Crusher, the longtime veteran of Monster Jam, one of the most well-respected drivers you will find in the sport. And he is now trying to take the lead away from Earthshaker. Nice end-over-end floater jump on top of the pod. Frank's been around for a long time, out of Michigan, an avid Detroit Tigers fan and an avid monster truck fan as well. Stepped away from the sport for many years, now back behind the wheel of Stone Crusher. Going to take a big run to take the lead away from Hunter Souza. Frank lining up here for the single log. Nice air. Maybe the biggest air of the night here in Albany. Comes all the way across the pod. Now he's got to chop away at this dirt. Brake checking his way around. Gets the momentum back in and then runs right into the lip, and that will do it. 5.979. There is that floater jump on the original super glue glued to the action replay. Coming up, more freestyle as we will crown our overall event champion. Stay where you are. We're not done yet. More Arena in 30 is next. Welcome back to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master from Albany, New York. It's Arena Championship Series East as we continue on in freestyle. And there's no better way to do it than with the 2019 World Finals Freestyle Champion, Linsey Reed in Scooby-Doo. Score to beat is 8.246 from Hunter Souza and Earthshaker. Linsey Reed, of course, known for her freestyles. Now everywhere she goes, she won that world championship in Orlando back in 2019. Has not had an opportunity yet to defend that title. Had to step away for a year as she welcomed the new addition to her family. Now a proud mom back behind the wheel of Scooby-Doo, throwing it down here in freestyle. Huge sky wheelie. She is known for these. She takes that tire stack and launches Scooby-Doo up in the air and lands it perfectly. She's got more momentum now as she hits the deep corner of the track, coming back again and over, and it hits the lip edge of the pod down over the single log. Goes back to the well again over the tire stack. Not much there, but she's still got to chop away at this dirt. I mentioned during racing, we saw Megalodon fly over. It's very slick here, very tacky. You're going to see a lot of these brake checking maneuvers as they try to navigate this dirt, and that is all for Linsey Reed. Take a look at the huge sky wheelie. 8.718, that is enough to take the lead. So Scooby-Doo stands atop the current freestyle leaderboard as we continue on with the competition. Great run for a wonderful female superstar in Linsey Reed. Here comes Armando Castro and El Toro Loco out of California. He's got to try to take that lead away from Linsey. He is fighting for the series championship, second currently in the standings behind Weston Anderson and Gravedigger. You'll notice in Armando's freestyle, he does not like to brake check a lot. He likes to keep that momentum going and throw in maneuvers like this. An incredible move here for the longtime fan favorite, Armando Castro, a master at the skills challenge. Now throwing it into freestyle, huge popper into a nose wheelie, just edging it out and edging it out slowly as he tries to take over this competition. Right down on the side, lands it over the single log, and a beautiful maneuver there for El Toro Loco. Truck leaning a little bit to the right, trying to get it locked back in. Goes right over that tire stack again. Nice end-over-end jump. All the momentum flowing his way here is Armando Castro with a sky wheelie. Gonna pogo bounce on the back two BKTs and lands it. That could be enough to take the lead right there. Still a few seconds left over the tire stack again. Gonna cross thread across the left side of this pod and comes back again. Near side brake check jump. Greasing the tires back over that ramp, and that will do it. Great run for Armando Castro, but is it enough to take the lead? Not quite, as we take a look at the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. 8.492 is the score. There is that huge stoppy nose wheelie moonwalk combo for Armando, but not quite enough to take the lead away from Linsey Reed. Here comes Weston Anderson and Gravedigger, the series points leader. Reigning and defending rookie of the year, goes right into a stoppy moonwalk. You don't see that every day. And now right over the tire stack again, greasing the back two across the pod. Now whips it around over the single log, doesn't quite clear, it lands right on the edge. Still has a lot of momentum. There is that wheel, that front right wheel. You see it up in the air. That loses a little bit of momentum as he continues to try to chip away here in the MVP arena. No momentum lost there, right over the log stack, trying to come back in, has to hit the brakes. Nice jump there, back on the other side of the track. A lot of momentum here, going over the tire stack, huge air, biggest air here at the MVP arena on that dirt. Beautiful landing, and he's on the deep side now, right in front of El Toro Loco. Cross-threading, he got halfway across that ramp, halfway across the tire stack. And Weston Anderson looking good so far here in freestyle. Now trying for a bicycle attempt right on the sidewalls. Can he save it? Not enough there, just missed it. But a great way to end the run. Take a look at the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. The huge air by Gravedigger at a huge score, 8.792. That is now enough to take the lead in the competition. And here comes Bernard Light in Megalodon, another Albany native, not Albany, New York, but Albany, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. Bernard's really started to make a name for himself this year in freestyle. He has multiple competition wins, and his moves like that, so beautiful, so flawless on the landing as he goes end over end like a feather right across that track in this Megalodon truck. Now bounces it on the near side. Something special here, a wow moment to take the lead from Weston Anderson. It's a fight for the event championship, but a huge sky wheelie there from Megalodon. Gets a nice bounce back on all four BKT tires. As I was saying, the event championship has come down to Jurassic Attack or Gravedigger. But Bernard Light fighting his way for a berth at World Finals. One of the most popular stars in the sport, was named Entertainer of the Year in 2022. And a well-deserved win for him here would go a long way to solidify him from a back-to-back win and another appearance in Monster Jam World Finals. Here we go for Bernard Light. Nice donut as he comes across the track again. No air from Megalodon. Maybe running out of steam here on the track. Little slow here from Megalodon. Now he's trying to pick it up, but runs out of room, runs out of time, and that's gonna do it. Take a look at the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. 8.403 is the score. As I take a look at the huge sky wheelie, lands it on the tire stack and back down. Nice run from Megalodon. And now Dalton Widner, Jurassic Attack, try to win the event championship here. He's got to beat out Weston Anderson in freestyle to take home the freestyle win and the event win as well. Out of Knoxville, Tennessee, former college football player, now making a name for himself in Monster Jam behind the wheel of this beautiful Jurassic Attack truck. Right up over the tire stack now, no momentum lost at all, not a lot of air. He's gonna try to turn it left here around deep side of the track. Nice roosting action, comes back again. Here's a brake check, trying for a pop already, gets it. Jurassic Attack across the line, right on top of the pod. Trying to get all the way across now. Maneuvering the truck, gets it right down over the log. And now Dalton Widner's got a lot of room here to make something happen. Trying for, again, cross-threading action across the tire stack. Deep turn on the corner. Makes it all the way over to the left side. Team Throttle Monster well represented in Monster Jam throughout each and every tour. And Dalton Widner, one of the rising superstars in the sport, period. He dominated the independent scene a year ago and now dominating Monster Jam as he tries to win another event championship. Still in the hunt for the series title and will love a berth to World Finals in Nashville. Big sky wheelie there for Jurassic Attack. Nice angle, and that is going to do it. Take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay. Here is that popper, perfectly executed. 8.320 is the score for Dalton Widner. Not enough to take the win or the event championship, but a great run nonetheless. As we take a look at our final BKT overall point standings, Weston Anderson with the freestyle win and the overall event championship. Dalton Widner finishes in second, Armando Castro in third. And let's go to the track with Sinquel Davis and our event champion Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
Make some noise for your overall event champion, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. What a close event that was. It all came down to Monster Jam Freestyle. We didn't know who was going to take it, but you came out victorious. How does it feel to have your 21st overall event championship win?
You know, it feels great. Dalton, he had an awesome run going, some good momentum. I don't think he had his big air, but it was still an awesome run all around. His score was a little bit low. I don't know if it would have beaten mine, but I got to give him a shout out. That was an awesome run. He gave me a run for my money today. I wasn't letting that dino take me out today. I dug that dinosaur's grave.
How are you going to let this momentum carry you into the next event?
I'm going to take it, and I'm going to try and run with it the whole weekend. I took it in Rosemont last weekend. We had truck issues, one of the shows. We came out with 4 or 5 overalls. I'm going to try and go for all 3 here in Albany. You guys were good to me last year, and y'all are great to me so far this year. Hey, Albany, did y'all have fun today at Monster Jam? No. Albany, did y'all have fun?
21, a very lucky number in blackjack, but it takes more than luck in Monster Jam to get to 21 event championships. Weston Anderson continues on as the series points leader. Make sure you follow us on social media across all platforms at Monster Jam. For more information on events coming to your city, go to monsterjam.com. That's all the time we have here in Albany, New York. It's been a great event. Thank you so much. I'm Scott Jordan. I'll see you right here next time on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master.